Amilia, Felt, Priscilla Bariel, Crush Karstine, and Anastasia Oshin. Those 5 women are the royal section candidates in ReZero, and one of them is fated to become the queen of the kingdom. A lot of things happen during the anime that may make you think that one deserves the spot more than the others, but who is truly fit to become the ruler of Lugunica? Which one of these 5 candidates embodies the role of a leader the best and who has the most chances at winning? That's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. I'll go over all of the candidates and try to analyze how fitting they are to become the leader and how likely they are to get there with the weapons at their disposition. This is going to be an anime only video, so don't burn me at the stake because I didn't take into consideration minor details that happen in the light novel. This is also a subjective opinion, it's not objective. Feel free to share your own in the comment section. With all that being said, let's start the video off with Amilia. Amilia is of course one of the main characters in ReZero. Most people probably expect her to win simply because of her role in the story, but is she really fit to be the queen of the kingdom? Amilia definitely has the potential to become a great leader, but she's not quite there yet in season 3. Amilia is still a naive little girl that thought not too long ago that kissing might get her pregnant. In that regard, she's the less fitting candidate because of her naivete. The other 4 candidates are all very strong and or smart women who prove themselves. The thing Amilia has going for her is her honesty and her pure heart. She would definitely be a good leader and the people would love her, but I don't think she has the willpower to take hard decisions when the time comes. She's way more mature now after the events of Sanctuary, but she still needs to grow in order to be worthy of the throne. But how likely is Amilia to win? Well, Amilia has the most useful person with her at all time, Natsuki Subaru. Subaru made quite a name for himself, and with the help of Written by Death, makes the Amilia clan look way more competent and powerful than they actually are. We must also take into consideration characters like Otto and Roswell. Don't underestimate Otto. He might seem useless, but he's very smart and resourceful, and is definitely a big deal. Roswell is the single most powerful magic user in the kingdom, and a very well respected figure. Him endorsing Amilia definitely gives her more chances to win. Garfield is also a very strong card to have on your team, considering his raw strength and power. Amilia's team is probably the most powerful thanks to Subaru and his ability to change the past. The only team that could rival this level of power is Felt's team, thanks to Reinhardt's solo carrying it. But no matter how strong Reinhardt is, he doesn't have the same utility Subaru has, and that's why I'll rank the Amilia team number 1 in terms of how strong they are. But overall, I'd say Amilia is probably number 4. When it comes to having the mentality of a queen, she is clearly inferior to Priscilla, Crush, and Anastasia, but her honesty and her pureness of heart could help her conquer people. Amilia's chances of winning highly depends on Subaru's action, and so far, I think she stands at number 4. But she could definitely go up at number 3 because of Crush's memory loss, or even higher later on in the story. Talking about Crush Karstine or Karstine or whatever the fuck, I think she's number 3. Crush could definitely be higher in the list thanks to her team defeating the White Whale and her competence as a leader, but her memory loss definitely affected her, as Otto said at the start of season 3. I think that her team and Amilia's team are on even footing right now, but if Crush is to ever get her memory back, she would definitely solidify herself as number 3. She's definitely more competent than Amilia as a leader, she's hardworking, honest, and sincere, and while she is kind, she can also be ruthless and reckless when needed, but she may lack in her understanding of human emotions. Now let's talk about the weirdest candidate, Felt. Felt doesn't even want to be a candidate, she's being forced by Reinhardt and she definitely doesn't fit the role of a queen. She even hates the kingdom because of what it did to her, and she even said that she wants to tear it all down. It's pretty obvious that Felt is the less fitting of the 5 candidates, but I wouldn't underestimate her chances. Just like Amilia, Felt is honest to herself and that's what makes people like her. The reason why Reinhardt supports her so much is because she's the only one who treats him like a regular person, and I think that attitude of hers could win her some points. Of course, having the Sword Saint on your team is also a very convincing argument. She probably has the best supporters of all the candidates outside of Amilia. Felt's popularity with the peasant class, being herself born in the slums, probably gives her a big advantage as well. Taking all that into consideration, I think Felt is still at number 5 currently where we are in the anime. She doesn't fit the role of the queen, but she's starting to take the whole thing more seriously, and I could see her honest attitude and popularity with the people of the lower class bring her up a couple spot, or even bring her up to number 1. I personally think that if she grows in the right way under Reinhardt's supervision, Felt would make a fantastic leader, and her being supported by the Sword Saint would give her even more chances of winning. I personally even think she will end up as the queen at the end of the story. I think it makes the most sense narratively speaking. As you can see, there's only 2 spots left, number 1 and number 2, and this is honestly not easy and is totally up for debate, but I think that number 2 goes to Anastasia Oshin. Anastasia is a merchant, she understands how to trade and do business, which can be very useful skill to have as a queen. Anastasia also has the personality of a ruler. She holds herself well, she's calm and collected, and her people love her for the great leadership and personality she brings. Where she lacks compared to the other leaders is physical strength. Compared to Crush, Amilia, and Priscilla, our abilities are pretty weak. A leader needs a strong mind but also a strong body. Anastasia has the mind but not the body. Our team consists of the triplets, Eduardo and Lucius. I think it's Lucius, I think that's his name. Anyway, the guy with purple hair. And this is a pretty average team. I'd probably rank it 4th or 5th. I think I'll just rank them even with Crush's team. Anastasia's abilities really what brings her up to number 2. She proved herself to be a fantastic businesswoman with a great spirit. So you probably guessed, the best throne candidate then has to be Priscilla. I know what a lot of you may say, Priscilla's a bitch, she likes to make drama and treats people like shit, and this might seem true on a surface level, she is an arrogant and selfish woman, but in reality that's not who she is. Priscilla treats people how they deserve to be treated. Subaru acted like a pathetic dog when he asked for help, so she treated him as such. But if you show her true pride like the singer girl did in season 3, she will respect you and protect you. She may be an annoying bitch at times, but that's a proof of her confidence, and it doesn't make her a bad leader in any ways. Priscilla also has the most charisma out of all the candidates. Her attitude is the most fitting of a queen. She already speaks referring herself as we, like she's talking for her people, and she comports herself like she already is the queen. I would talk about her more, but I would be getting into spoilers, so I won't, but you'll see what I mean. Priscilla is also the strongest of all the candidates in my honest opinion. She doesn't like to show her strength, but let's just say that she has the ability to back up her trash talk. Priscilla's strengths, ability, personality, and charisma are not the only thing pushing her to number 1. You may think her camp is pretty pathetic with only Al and Enkel helping her, but without spoiling anyone, Al is second only to Reinhardt and Subaru in terms of how useful he can be all by himself, which is why I'll put them at number 3. So overall, I can say pretty confidently that Priscilla is the best throne candidate. She fits the role the best and she has the most charisma, she has Al on her side, and she has the strength to back up the things she says. Her understanding of people and human emotion will also make her a wonderful king of Lugunica, her only downside being her ego and bitchy attitude. Tell me what you think in the comment section about this ranking. Do you think Priscilla deserves number 1? Do you think Amilia should be higher? Do you think Felt has the potential to be a great king? Tell me all about it. I want to hear the voice of my people as the king of this channel. On this wonderful speech, have a good rest of the day or night. Don't forget to like and subscribe to boost the algorithm, and I'll see you people in the next one.